Out them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes. I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a Ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes. I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a Ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years.
This episode of the Cab Grand Rising Show is brought to you by Autochthonous Assembly, where the real work gets done. For the first-time visitors who may be wondering who Autochthonous Assembly is, Autochthonous Assembly, or A2 for short, is a gathering of minds that do the work. A2 is a non-profit organization dedicated to raising up Indigenous Americans' voices by using genealogy, also known as family history or family tree. Genealogy is the study of families and the tracing of their lineages in history. Genealogists use oral interviews, historical records, genetic analysis, and other records to obtain information about a family and to demonstrate kinship and pedigrees of its members. Autochthonous Assembly's core values are the foundation of its company, essential to its success, and serves as the lens through which it evaluates every business decision. The core values are integrity, know and do what is right, respect, treating others the way you want to be treated, responsibility, embrace opportunities to contribute, servant leadership, serve the common good. Along with a key emphasis on genealogy, A2 is also committed to providing our communities with information and access to available grants and funding through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Agriculture, the Farm Service Agency, and other departments and agencies that offer programs to help them become self-sufficient. Building on a strong community reputation, Autochthonous Assembly continues to strengthen the growth of the relationship and development of our communities. Peace and Grand Rising.
Warning, warning, warning. Hard hats, pickaxe, shovels, boots required.
Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Peace, peace, peace.
Oh,
Hope
we
all is
live.
well this rising. How's the panel and how's the chat doing this rising?
Grand Rising, everyone. I can't get to the mute button, so I apologize for the noise in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mute button in the house. She outside.
Oh, give me a minute.
What a mute button. Oh, he in the house. Fool. Grand Rising, everybody. Peace to chats. Are we on multiple streams right now? We on multiple chats. Peace, everybody.
You know it. So how was the panel's long day yesterday and night? I think it ran right into today.
Man, look.
I was debating whether to hang up on you last night or not, Bone, so I just left the phone on. I guess you hung up. Somebody hung up.
I stayed up, but look, I got an insight. Like, yeah, y'all, this what y'all do?
You
I
gave
thought
a
I
true
was doing
salutation
something.
before slumping over, before becoming slump dog millionaire. You said, "Hey, I'm going to bed." Okay, all right.
Yeah, look, I made 2 cups of coffee and I was like, hold on, I'm still tired. This ain't, I get it like a 5-minute joke. Okay, nah, you playing. This what they do. That's what they do.
Coffee put you to sleep.
I was like, oh.
After that City of Anna meeting,
Yeah.
I'm glad that Mike Easton and his lady rescheduled for the day. Because when that was over, hold on, got another meeting to attend to.
Exactly. I was like, oh, they keep saying thank you, and they haven't left yet. Why they keep saying thank you and starting something else? I don't know how these things work. Thank you, have a good night. And then, okay, so the next thing on the list is, what? The next thing on the list?
Yeah, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
But you just gave salutations
Man,
a second ago. Is it one person?
Sleep?
I'm like, is one person leaving every time y'all say bye? And then everybody else got to keep going? Man, but no, that was interesting to see the inner workings of a city council meeting. I didn't, appreciate it. But yeah.
I thought I was downtown Tifton sitting in there. I thought
downtown with.
Hold on,
man.
I'm like, why does it seem like Monday through Friday?
In my city.
One of the names sound like one of our commissioners. Like, how he get there?
You know what?
I had to snap out of it for a second. Like, this is a whole nother city. Okay.
I got to get in the house because this dog's sniffing flowers and stuff, and it's raining, and this is the first time. Hold on. I got to get to the mute button. My bad.
Oh, no, the one thing much respect to Brother James, our very own Doodoo Vision. Much respect for what he do. I'm working myself there. I think I need like another year to have his patience.
Man.
Because I think like a long time ago in that meeting, I'm like, check this out, y'all. This is what we finna do. But yeah, all in all, it was a good thing to see, on that part of it. So then other than that, like I said, the work that we're doing with Mike Easton and his lady with Legal Shield, let's say a couple of days, we should be ready for them to present it to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to reach back out to media library.
Yep. Shout out to Mr. Stovall.
Yeah, and shout out to all the companies and entities that have been contacting A2 for joint ventures and community projects. It's a good time, y'all. We are not alone in this. There are people behind the scenes, entities behind the scenes that do support and are willing to lend support and to help a rebuild in our communities. And again, all it takes is us doing our part, taking that responsibility and putting together our institutions that's going to serve our best interests. And if you don't take that opportunity, how can you complain? Just another thought.
Facts.
Let me get these links so we can continue from yesterday. Post these real quick. Give me 30 seconds.
So let me do a rundown. Peace to the chat. Peace, Tasha She, Liz Robinson, Doodoo Vision 2, Mr. Zeno, peace, Grand Rising, LaShaw, peace, Michael Brown, Harris Cheek, peace. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Let me turn myself down. Hold up. Michael Brown, Harris Cheek, peace, Grand Rising. Jonathan Lowell Brown, peace, Grand Rising. Who else we got in here? That's it for right now in the YouTube chat on our stream. Grand Rising, everybody.
Grand Rising, can y'all hear me?
Nope.
Okay. That's better. He's so whack.
So whack. You said the other day, you put the ack in whack.
Yes, you put the ack in whack.
Packing the ack in the back of the whack, packing the ack in the back of the whack.
All right, got the links up in the chat.
Where's Mike Easton? Hashtag don't come to DC.
Hey, y'all better listen. What I witnessed, listen. You better leave them folks alone, man.
You better leave them folks alone.
They not YouTube fighters. No.
No, man. You talking about them punches that don't hurt? No, they ain't got those. They got the punches that do hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Hey, your daddy tossing what you down there messing them with them good folks.
Exactly. I don't know why you come around here messing with these people. I be in DC all the time. No, you don't. Don't come to DC. Oh, man. Shout out to everybody out there, though.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Nope. Who is this?
Your head is bad.
You with us? Oh, you with us? You back?
Eyes here, eyes here. One of my dogs tried to test me.
Somebody get a number 2 pencil because they tested. What?
I mean, like flex muscles, like stood still in front of the kennel and then looked up at me like, and I was like, hold on. So I'm not going to be mean and push. But I was like, hold on. So grabbed it, you know, when you grab the fur, the piece of skin on the neck, the top of the neck. So I grabbed it, I said, go in, Panda, go in, Panda. She like flex like, nah. I was like, so I gave it a mama look like, I will beat your behind. And she put her head down and walked in. I was like, oh, she really tried to flex on me.
She was like, you didn't even tell me happy birthday today. That's why I'm mad. Forgot my birthday.
Wait, what's the? Oh, nope. No, February 14th. They were born on February 14th. Nope.
Like, you know what? She just wasn't feeling it today. Tuesday.
I know.
You waiting on
Friday.
Friday.
He wanted to sniff the flower. Like it started raining. That's not, when it's raining outside, they do their business. Like, nah, we got to get in. This Rising, she just want to sniff like raindrops aren't coming down. Like I'm not getting hit in the forehead with big drops. Like, what?
She don't care about your outside. If you displeased with the outdoors, she's like, I'm outdoors right now. I'm chilling. Grand Rising, flowers.
All right. What we left off on number 3 yesterday.
Links in the chat. Oh yeah, we got to get the links in the chat.
Yeah, they're in the chat.
Okay.
I just put the page one back in the chat. So
new farmers
directly to the 3rd step. So whenever the panel ready, we can dive back in.
I just read James Flames comment.
Auga. To the comment and going back in.
Gabriel.
I'm waiting.
I can start it off if you want me to.
I'm pulling it up. I cleared my cookies and all that stuff, so I gotta log back into everything. All right, I'm here. I got it up.
See that no sell out? She had cookies is rising, and then you offer
I know,
me.
right? I tried not to say nothing just now, but you brought it out, so it's cool. It's cool. Now we can argue. Now, where the cookies at?
Brownsfield.
Wait a minute. Is they vegan?
Okay, I'm doing Brownsfield, right?
Where we at? Step 3 resources?
Oh,
We on
No,
step 3.
nope. I'm special. Hold on.
Is that
I'm
step 3
jumping ahead.
resources
Nope,
for new
nope,
farmers,
nope.
Bones?
I was looking at
The other hot link.
yes.
Access to land capital, risk management,
Step
protecting investor land.
3. Mm-hmm.
Nope. It was
Oh, so we didn't start this one? We didn't start step 3?
yeah.
No.
No, we didn't start step. You know what?
We did 1 and 2. We did
Gotcha.
the 5 steps. Now we were going through breaking
Breaking
out
them down.
on the detail. Now we on step 3.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
All
I
right.
put the wrong link. So can you send it to me again? I'm being.
Oh, it's in the
I apologize.
YouTube. It's in the
Yep.
YouTube chat. That's where I got it from.
Okay.
All right. So access to land and capital is that first link under step 3. Bones, you're gonna no, it doesn't matter.
Get on screen right now.
All right. All right. So I'm just gonna start reading until Gabrielle gets her screen up, and then she can take over. Two of the biggest challenges facing new farmers and piece to the chat and ranchers are access to land and access to capital. Capital needs range from buying the farm itself to financing your business. USDA and our partners have many tools that you can use when taking these first key steps. The first and most critical step to obtaining financing is a good business plan. The first and most critical step to obtaining financing is a good business plan. For resources and guides, please visit the hot link business planning section of this site. To apply for USDA assistance, hot link, or to get more information, please visit a local USDA service center. Remember, some service centers do not offer all services. If you have any questions, please contact the service center before making the trip. USDA's Farm Service Agency, FSA, although appointments are not necessary, they are strongly recommended to avoid an unexpected wait. You will need a farm number and a business plan. You will need a farm number and a business plan. USDA's Rural Development, that's RD for short. Find an officer near you, hot link, or check out your eligibility online. Shout out to that eligibility link. Mic check.
1 2 1 2. I'm
Small. What? All right, I'm gonna finish this.
I'm not where you're at. I'm here, but I'm okay.
You know what? No, I ain't Gabrielle. You ain't had to Gabrielle me. Don't Gabrielle me now. Where you at? In my house? At my computer? My skin. Small Business Administration, SBA. To start the process of obtaining financing from SBA, you should visit a local bank or lending institution that participates in SBA programs. Hotlink. LINC is an online referral tool to connect small business borrowers with participating SBA lenders. Prospective borrowers complete a short online questionnaire. Questionnaire responses are forwarded to participating SBA lenders that operate within the borrower's county. If lenders are interested in the referral, the lender and prospective borrower's contact information are exchanged. The SBA loan application checklist, hotlink, details the forms and documents you and your lender will need to create a loan package for submission to SBA.
And last I remember, wasn't that Enrique said all it was go to the site, fill out the info?
That's it. That's gonna be that's the shortest community spotlight ever. We didn't even have to do it. He did it in the chat.
Yeah, did it in the chat.
Community spotlight, Enrique. Shout out to Enrique.
It was so quick. Wasn't no sense for him to call in. The call in took longer than
Exactly.
process.
Like, I'm be wasting my time dialing a number or clicking a Zoom link. Let me fill out this application. I'm done.
I asked that brother what he did to get that loan. He said, what? Went to the site and filled out the info. Filled it out, press click.
Click.
Man.
Think about it.
Click, 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 click. Connecting with farmland, Gabrielle? No, loans for your farm or ranch?
Gotcha. Loans for your farm or ranch. Often called the lender of first opportunity, FSA makes the guaranteed loans to farmers who are unable to obtain financing from commercial lenders. You can use FSA loaned funds to pay normal operating or family living expenses, purchase and develop farmland, implement approved conservation plans, and buy livestock and equipment.
Again, the FSA loan part is for people that cannot receive regular commercial lenders, like your normal banks that a lot of people in our community won't qualify for. This is something that's designed for them, for people who normally can't get conventional loans. And with a loan option PDF. Ain't that something?
Yep, got a PDF, hot link. Connecting with farmland. FSA land contract guarantees are a tool to help retiring farmers get assurances on the future of their land and financial interests when selling to a new farmer or rancher, and to help new beginning farmers enter into rent to own situations. How it works. A retiring farmer and a new or historically underserved farmer or rancher enter into a contract on a piece of land being sold. The retiring farmer maintains an ownership interest in the land until the completion of the contract. The new farmer purchases interest in the land gradually over the length of the contract. FSA guarantees the payment of the land contract held between the purchaser and seller for 10 years. Benefits to landowner. Payments on the contract are made as agreed by the landowner and purchasing beginning farmer or rancher, creating long-term revenue streams. For many landowners, this can also be a good investment tool as you get a higher interest rate than other types of savings accounts. Landowners can choose between two types of insurances offered, depending on which option of your contract you choose. May only choose one. First bullet point, prompt payment guarantee. If the purchaser does not make payments on the account, FSA will make payments on their behalf up to a certain point in execution of the contract. Second bullet point, standard guarantee. USDA will pay 90% of any losses once the property is sold again. Benefits to new farmer. New farmer has access to an affordable interest rate not to exceed 3% above FSA's direct farm ownership interest rate. They are able to purchase land on installment, and it requires a smaller down payment than conventional real estate loans.
And remember, no matter what, it's never more than 3% interest.
Exactly.
The life of the loan. It can be 25, 30 years. Interest never gets higher than 3%.
One more time, and I know that was loud and clear, but just one more time.
Again, your loan can be extended out to 25, 30 years, and the interest still never goes higher than 3%.
Right.
And it's a smaller down payment of a regular loan. Way smaller.
Fixed, but like super fixed for the life of the loan is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, nah, man, I don't know nothing. I'm going on mute.
For more information, please visit your local FSA office. The Conservation Reserve Program Transition Incentive Program, hot link, provides for the transition of expiring Conservation Reserve Program, hot link, land from a retired or retiring owner or operator to a beginning veteran, or socially disadvantaged farmer or rancher.
Think of that buzzword again, socially disadvantaged farmer.
You. Socially disadvantaged, man. Who's socially disadvantaged around here?
You.
Mm-hmm.
With you.
Okay, my bad. Financing agriculture businesses.
Hold on, you forgot something that was very important. When it says when available, FSA advertises inventory farmland property for purchase. Beginning farmers are given first priority to purchase these properties at the appraised value. Again, beginning farmers are given first priority to purchase these properties at the appraised value. No sellout. What qualifies? What's the
You was asking me what I was about to ask you. What's a beginning farmer, Bones?
Anything less than 10 years, you are considered a beginning farmer.
So day 3,
you're still a beginner.
Week
5
1
years in, you're still a beginner. 9.5, you're a beginner.
Yeah, okay.
So if this is your very first time or your 9.5 year, you have priority when it comes to these farmland properties to get these loans in purchase with a percentage no higher than 3%.
Oh, just remembered. Just want to add a little 2 cents in there. The difference between agribusiness and agriculture. If you're in the city, or if you're in an urban area and you're utilizing a business, that would be building, that would be agribusiness. If you're in the rural areas, if you're wanting to establish whatever it is that you're creating or establishing, and you're in rural areas, that's agriculture. So the difference between agriculture and agribusiness is the programs that you would be utilizing under that understanding.
Yeah, by your location.
Right.
So no matter where you live, whether you are rural or urban, there are programs for beginning farmers. So if you don't live in a rural area, you can access FSA. You can access any one of these programs that's for an urban farmer.
Right.
Or if you're rural, you can stick directly with the USDA Rural Development Loans and Grants and do it that way. So again, you're not forced into an uncomfortable situation. And there's multiple programs, and they allow you to have the creativity on how you can use these programs to best fit your needs, with training and walkthroughs and guidance, so you can also fulfill what your goals are.
Oh, and hold on, where's my notebook?
What am I do, right?
When you call them and talk with them, again, let me reiterate that.
Oh, shout out to Gabrielle.
There's no time.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all. That was awesome, Gabrielle. I'm going on mute.
Cinco de Mayo. Okay. They will genuinely guide you to the departments, the people that you need to talk to, the departments that you need to be involved with based off of your idea and what you're wanting to establish. I'm saying this because I got some names, some numbers, some departments, expansion in where I'm at that I didn't even know. Just write that stuff down, take down that information. They are extremely helpful. They are extremely helpful. And finding out that in North Carolina, there is a program for farmers of color.
Man, a lot of people in North Carolina. It sounds beneficial.
No, Cadillac, gonna stay, you know.
Keep your shirt on. Hold on. Keep your shirt on, y'all.
This one's for us. Us.
I'm trying to find the specific notepad that I had. Okay, I'll do it later. My bad. Financing agriculture businesses.
She forgot what it was like.
I did forget.
Look, you know what? I almost forgot too, because the way you was looking, I felt like it was the nighttime already. That's what you be doing right before you pass out, looking for stuff. Let me look this up. Hold up, I just remembered this.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, financing agriculture businesses. For some agriculture businesses, financing needs can expand beyond your own land or equipment. And there's a program specifically for farmers of color for their equipment. Just saying, it's in North Carolina. Including businesses that wish to further process their products, ergo, turning your cucumbers into pickles, or independent label beef, or aggregated products with others, ergo, making jams and jellies using fruits from multiple producers. View financing options, PDF, hot link, new farmers financing.
And as you can see, they have a template on how you can tie in multiple programs. How they show you can use a USDA microloan and start with being a small honeybee operation. And we know through that loan, they give you all the equipment and the honeybees. After you done produce the honey, then you can go to the USDA direct farm ownership program, because now you need more property to produce more of what you already produce. On this, they're farming corn. Then that allows them to even add it up to another program once they done harvest the corn, to create a company, Donna Sweet Corn, and do value added corn and honey products by using a USDA value added producer grant program plus an FBA certified development company 504 loan.
Man, how many times can you dip a chip?
So right there, that's four different programs used for this person to get to their end game.
Right? And that ain't even, like, you ain't even got to stop there either, right, Bones? If you ain't at your end game yet, you can still utilize other programs elsewhere.
Yeah, let's say they were going to take it one more step. The next step, they can turn around and use community block development grant or an opportunity zone.
Wow. Yeah.
Get a grocery store now.
Man.
You get what I'm saying? Now all this stuff, the value added producer grant program, the SBA certified development company 504 loan / let's say community block development grant to build a grocery store. Now from this one thing, you can see the 4 different streams you created for your community, for yourself and your community.
You choose a building that's in an
opportunity. Have to stop there.
Yeah, exactly. You choose a building in an opportunity zone. You use a community. Yeah, man, look.
And you were just naming feeding people, right, Bones? That was just for feeding people.
Yeah, but see,
that ain't even got nothing to do with healthcare and education, man. I'm going.
Look at all the employment that you created from these 4 steps. Right. Because the honeybee, you might do the small honeybee operation by yourself or with your family. All right. But now once you start moving to larger land and corn and more honeybees, you have to bring in a staff. Then once you move to a company to where you're producing, canning, manufacturing, you're going to need labor for that. Then once you move to the store, you're going to need employees in the store. You're going to need people that's handling the stock. I mean, think about it. We can also tie this into the point to where we use the loans that they give you to pay for marketing and distribution. So now imagine if an American Indian started a trucking company. Then you turn around and you access them finances and turn right back around and award that American Indian trucking company the contract for moving the produce from our farms to our stores, to our communities. Again, creating this cycle to where our money rotates 12, 13, 14 times amongst ourselves before it even leaves our community. Pathway to generational wealth. That's just one way. There's multiple ways. This is just one. Again, use your creativity. I'll be behind Circle K. Checks made out to nobody.
Risk management. Wait, we're going to the next link, right?
Correct.
Risk management. Agriculture is an inherently risky business.
Some risks are everyday business risks. Some risks are brought on by natural disasters. Producers need to regularly manage for financial, marketing, production, human resource, and legal risks. USDA offers tools to assist producers as they meet these planning needs, including access to risk management tools such as crop insurance or information regarding markets and risk, technical assistance, coping with common risks, protections from the spread of animal and plant diseases and pests, and when applicable, assistance recovering from natural disasters. Crop insurance. Through the Federal Crop Insurance Corporation, USDA provides crop insurance to American farmers and ranchers to help them manage risk on their farms and ranches. There are many types of insurance products available from a wide variety of production practices, including organic and sustainable agriculture. For more information, please visit USDA's Risk Management Agency, RMA, Hotlink website. To locate a crop insurance agent near you, please visit RMA's Agent Locator, Hotlink. Producers can also utilize online tools to aid in farm risk planning, Hotlink, or attend local training sessions available in your area, partnership and cooperative agreements, Hotlink. What is crop insurance? Is it a USDA program? Hotlink. What kind of crop policies are available? Hotlink. What if a crop policy is not available in my county? Hotlink. What about the Non-Insured Crop Disaster Assistance Program, NAP? Hotlink. Did the recent Farm Bill create new crop insurance programs? Hotlink. The Farm Bill also made crop insurance more affordable for beginning farmers and ranchers. Hotlink. For purposes of crop insurance, who is considered a beginning farmer or rancher? What kind of benefits could I receive as a beginning farmer or rancher? Hotlink. These are all hot links. These are questions that give answers. These are basically questions that were posed, but they're giving the answers.
Again, more help for help that's tied in with some more help.
Exactly.
Sounds like a lot of help.
Man, I like help. Giving me the questions and the answers. I like that.
That sounds like an open book test to me.
Right.
I got a number 2 pencil.
Because they tested.
Non-Insured Crop Disaster Assistance Program, NAP. What is NAP? NAP provides financial assistance, Hotlink, to producers of non-insurable crops to protect against natural disasters that result in lower yields or crop losses or prevent crop planting.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You trying to tell me for the crops that you can't get insurance for, there's a program to protect against the loss of them as well?
Yeah, to give you insurance for
them. Look at here.
So I read that again. NAP provides financial assistance to producers of non-insurable crops to protect against natural disasters that result in lower yields or crop losses or prevent crop planting.
NAP. That sounds like it's for us anyway. Nap.
No, man, I got work to do. I can't lay down right now.
BDB. No, I was thinking hair, but okay. Hey, now it ain't that bad. It's twisted up.
I'm listening.
I'm going on mute. What you listening to?
I can't. Okay, I gotta go.
Is we live?
We live.
Okay.
We live. How do I apply for a NAP service fee waiver or print? Okay, I gotta start all over. You mess me all up.
My
How do I
bad.
apply for a NAP service fee waiver or premium reduction as a beginning farmer? Beginning farmers must complete Form CCC 860. Socially disadvantaged, limited resource, and beginning farmer or rancher certification when they apply for NAP coverage. Further information is available from your local Farm Service Agency, FSA, office or on FSA's website. Hot link. Marketing assistance. What? USDA's FSA can provide assistance managing the market risk that you as a farmer or rancher face, including price loss, hot link, and disparities faced by geographically disadvantaged producers. Hot link.
More help.
Disaster assistant. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying more help.
I like help. Disaster assistance. In many circumstances, USDA's FSA and Natural Resources Conservation Services (NRCS) can provide assistance for losses resulting from natural disasters such as drought, flood, fire, freeze, tornadoes, pest infestation, and other calamities. If you have experienced losses, you may be eligible to receive assistance from these programs.
Hold up. So you saying if I would have had a farm prior to this lockdown and I lost because of the lockdown and the producing and moving of farm goods, I was covered.
Right. You know what? Let me
Covered
let
by
me add
COVID.
something. 2 years ago in North Carolina, we had a storm and a lot of North Carolina flooded. Now, if you no matter what state you're in, if there has been a natural disaster in your state or in your area surrounding cities or counties, pull up that information. If you're looking at property, pull up the history of that property. Find out if that area
You better get the
um,
Carfax on that property.
right, exactly. You want to get that because if you choose a property that, let's say that property that you want was actually in a flood zone. So like around here, there were properties that were actually in flood zones to where now they're permanently considered flood zones. You don't want to choose a property that is deemed a flood zone because it can affect you later on. Let's say if a storm happens again and it floods, you want to make sure you're picking the property. And again, yeah, shout out to double cousin, the Carfax on the property.
Word up.
Had to learn that. Had to learn that. The livestock forage disaster forage. Okay, yeah, that's right. The livestock forage disaster program, hot link, and the livestock indemnity program, hot link, provide payments to eligible producers for livestock deaths and grazing losses.
You mean like all these animals that just had euthanized, they say no good for human consumption,
Yep.
insured?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Exactly. The Emergency Assistance for Livestock, Honeybees, and Farm Raised Fish Program, hot link, provides emergency assistance to eligible producers of livestock, honeybees, and farm raised fish who have suffered losses due to disease, severe weather, blizzards, and wildfires. The Tree Assistance Program provides financial assistance to qualifying orchardists, that's a word, and nursery tree growers to
It is
replant.
today.
Man, Bones head back. I just learned the word. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Tree Assistance Program provides financial assistance to qualifying orchardists and nursery tree growers to replant or rehabilitate trees, bushes, and vines damaged by natural disasters. Tree Assistance Program is a hot link. The Emergency Forest Restoration Program authorized payments to owners of non-industrial private forests to restore disaster-damaged forests.
So if I had a house that was backlined with a forest and I lost some trees back there on my property, that's insured by this.
Yep.
Is you seeing the picture here?
Jizz. Emergency loans. FSA also provides loans to restore or replace essential property damaged in disaster. Hot link. Finance production losses to crops and livestock, fund essential family living and farm operating expenses, or refinance certain debts. Make sure you keep good records when disasters strike. Disaster set aside, hot link, can provide relief for producers who have direct FSA loans and are unavailable to make the scheduled payments by moving one full year's payment to the end of the loan.
Hold up.
He said a month, or did you say a year?
Hold on.
One full year's payment to the end of the loan.
So you can get a loan from them. That's the hit. They're gonna push a whole year's payment back to the end of
back into time.
I think that was my first Busta Rhymes album, When Disaster Strikes.
You better have insurance. That's the remix coming soon.
Right?
If you got an FSA loan, put your hands up. Okay.
If you qualify for that,
I wonder who head bad now. Whole panel guilty. Look at that.
When disaster strikes, put your hands up. Okay, my bad.
We all quilty. I feel confused.
Dairy. USDA's new Dairy Margin Protection Program, hot link, is now available. You said what?
You said dairy. I thought you were saying my name with no L. I'm not reading. I was just listening. It just sounded weird. Dairy. Okay. I'm just, my bad.
And you answered.
We lied.
Boys and girls, this is the reason why you don't work consecutive days without sleep. This is the outcome.
Yeah, we forget what time it is, and we
I'm
be
trying
cutting
to
up.
figure out. I feel giggly for days. That's what it is. Trying to keep up. They acting like I'm grown.
Yep, it's like a parasite, making you do stuff you don't want to do. I'm sorry, we lied. We were supposed to be talking over the track. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gabrielle. Can you start from the top, please?
Ain't just gonna be talking over tracks.
What I look like? No, my bad. No.
Okay.
My bad. I just snorted. I'm glad I was on mute. It's on you, Gabby.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I can't stop trying.
Okay, hold on. The back of my head hurt. I feel like you
Shout out to David Corey, man. Shout out to David Corey. Wherever he at, we on the same page.
Oh, I feel like you took over for him.
He's I'm gonna go on mute. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
Let me reiterate.
I can't wait till you close the show. You say it like 4 times.
Because it feels like I'm saying something else. Like I'm okay. USDA's new Dairy Margin Protection Program, hot link, is now available. Farmers were eligible to enroll for 2014 and 2015 between September 2nd and November 28th, 2014. The voluntary program established by the 2014 Farm Bill provides financial assistance to participating farmers when the margin, the difference between the price of milk and feed costs, falls below the average level selected by the farmer. The program gives participating dairy producers the flexibility to select coverage levels best suited for their operation. Participating farmers must remain in the program through to 2018. USDA also launched a new web tool available at www.fsa.usda.gov/MPP-tool. Hot link, which allows dairy farmers to quickly and easily combine unique operation data and other key variables to calculate their coverage needs based on price projections. That's dairy. Agriculture risk, I know, right? Agriculture risk coverage, ARC, and price loss coverage, PLC. ARC and PLC offer financial assistance, hot link, to producers of major row crops when either commodity prices or revenues are below certain levels. ARC and PLC are available for the following covered commodities: wheat, oats, barley, corn, grain, sorghum, rice, soybeans, sunflower seed, grapeseed, canola, safflower, flaxseed, mustard seed, cranberry, and sesame seed, dry peas, lentils, small chickpeas, large chickpeas, and peanuts.
Hold up.
Wow.
All these are insured. So if the market or anything changes, the farmers are still taken care of.
Right.
And the reason why I say that, so what was this whole big hoopla about rice? And I see rice on the list.
It's covered.
My bad, just a thought. I'm like, hold up now.
I'm thinking. AG Risk and Farm Management Library. USDA funds the web-based AG Risk and Farm Management Library, hot link, which organizes thousands of materials so agricultural producers and professionals can quickly find information on risk management, marketing, financial management, and more. Click that library. It is extremely useful. Risk management education. USDA provides funds to the Regional Extension Risk Management Education, hot link, centers that provide risk education and tools tailored for different regions of the country and types of farming operations. In addition, USDA's Risk Management Agency offers 2 partnership opportunities each year to working with producers to provide crop insurance education and risk management training. The crop insurance in targeted states program provides funding for the development of crop insurance education programs in 16 states targeting underserved producers. Funding is also available from the Risk Management Education Partnership Program, which provides funding for the development of general nationwide crop insurance education, as well as other risk management training programs. Social emphasis is given to socially disadvantaged, limited resource, and minority farmers and ranchers. For more information on how organization can partner with Risk Management Agency, please visit our partnership and cooperative agreements page, hot link. Animal health. USDA works in a variety of ways to protect and improve the health, quality, and marketability of our nation's animals, including various wildlife animal products, and veterinary bio, biologics. Hot link. That's a word? Okay. Plant health. USDA vigilantly protects agriculture and the environment against pest and disease threats. The stakes are high, and the responsibility to know the right things to do to help take care of all the great natural agricultural resources that we have are enormous. First bullet point, learn to identify the invasive species in your area. Hot link. Report any sightings to your county extension agent or local USDA office. Hot link, both hot links. The sooner invasive species are detected, the easier and less expensive it is to control them. Clean your boots, gear, truck beds, tires, and harvesting equipment after working a site to make sure you're not spreading seeds, insects, or spores to a new location. Be sure to control invasive plants along fence rows, ditches, and other areas adjacent to fields. Always use weed-free hay and feed for your animals. Conflicts with wildlife. USDA's Wildlife Service are on hand to answer your questions about how to deal with problematic wildlife on your farm or ranch. An office near you can be reached at www.aphiss.usda.gov/WILDLIFE. I think that's _damage/index.shtml, or by dialing toll free 1-866-USDA WS. So that's 1-866-487-3297. I actually need to write that down.
Insurance, a whole page full of insurance.
I'm just saying, there was a white frog in my backyard. Okay, next link.
You know it.
Protect and invest in your land and resources. America's farmers and ranchers are stewards of the land. One of agriculture's biggest success stories is how producers have both protected and enhanced their environments, creating a wealth of resources for today and tomorrow's farmers and ranchers. USDA has many tools available for new farmers and ranchers looking to carry on this legacy, including technical assistance, programs to help you invest in your land, and programs to help ensure the future of your farmland. More programs, more help. Conservation assistance through the Natural Resources Conservation Service. The USDA's Natural Resource Conservation Service, hot link NRCS, provides technical and financial assistance to America's farmers and ranchers to help them implement voluntary conservation measures that benefit both their environment and agricultural operations. As a new and beginning farmer, NRCS programs may provide up to approximately 90% of the estimated costs associated with implementing conservation practices, and may also provide up to approximately 50% in advance for the purpose of purchasing materials and contracting. They got a plan. 5 steps to assistance. 1, planning. Visit your local NRC office or field office to discuss your goals and work with staff on a conservation plan. 2, application. With the help of NRCS, complete an application for financial assistance programs. 3, eligibility. As part of applying, we'll file paperwork to ensure you're eligible for assistance. 4, ranking. NRCS ranks applications according to local resource concerns. 5, implementing. Put conservation to work by signing a contract and implementing conservation practices. Conservation Clients Gateway. Conservation Clients Gateway Hotlink is a USDA public website that supplements in-person NRCS support by allowing individual landowners and land users to securely request conservation technical and financial assistance online. Financial assistance. The Agriculture Management Assistant Program, AMA Hotlink, helps agriculture producers manage risk and solve natural resource issues through conservation. NRCS administers the AMA conservation provisions, while the Agricultural Marketing Service, AMS, and the Risk Management Agency, RMA, implement other provisions under AMA. The Conservation Stewardship Program, CSP, Hotlink, helps agriculture producers maintain and improve their existing conservation systems and adopt additional conservation activities to address priority resource concerns. Participants earn CSP payments for conservation performance. The higher the performance, the higher the payment. I'll read that again. The Conservation Stewardship Program, CSP, helps agriculture producers maintain and improve their existing conservation systems and adopt additional conservation activities to address priority resource concerns. Participants earn CSP payments for conservation performance. The higher the performance, the higher the payments. The Environmental Quality Incentives Program, EQIP, Hotlink, provides financial and technical assistance to agricultural producers to address natural resource concerns and deliver environmental benefits such as improved water and air quality, conserved ground and surface water, reduced soil erosion and sedimentation, or improved or created wildlife habitat. Historically, underserved producers, limited resource farmers and ranchers, beginning farmers and ranchers, socially disadvantaged producers, tribes, and veterans may be eligible for increased payment rate to support implementation of conservation practices and conservation plans. These producers are also eligible for advance payments up to 50% of the cost needed to purchase materials or contracting services to begin implementation of approved conservation practices. Producers can find category definitions and additional information on the Small and Limited and Beginning Farmers and Ranchers page, Hotlink. Technical assistance. NRCS Conservation provide technical expertise and conservation planning, Hotlink, for farmers, ranchers, and forest landowners who want to make conservation improvements to their land. Agriculture Conservation Easement Program, ACEP, Hotlink, provides financial and technical assistance to help conserve agriculture lands and wetlands and their related benefits. Under the agriculture land easement component, NRCS helps Indian tribes, state and local governments, and non-governmental organizations protect working agriculture lands and limit non-agriculture use of the land. Seasonal high tunnels. Seasonal high tunnels, Hotlink, also called hoop houses, provide revenue opportunities while also promoting conservation for small and mid-sized farmers. They can extend hoop hoop. They can extend the growing season, allowing more time for local marketing of produce and increasing sustainability while lowering energy and transportation inputs.
Shout out to the hoop houses.
Regional Conservation Partnership Program. The Regional Conservation Partnership Program, RCPP, Hotlink, promotes coordination between NRCS and its partners to deliver conservation assistance to producers and landowners. NRCS provides assistance to producers through partnership agreements and through program contracts or easements agreements. Beginning farmers and ranchers may be eligible to participate in a project area depending on the location and the project selected. Interested farmers and ranchers should contact their local NRCS service center for more details. Soil health, like this one. A growing number of farmers are using soil health management system, HotLink, to improve the health and function of their soil. NRCS is working hand in hand with these producers through technical and financial assistance programs and services to help ensure their success. Conservation assistance through the Farm Service Agency. USDA's Farm Service Agency, FSA, administers the Conservation Reserve Program, CRP, a land conservation program. In exchange for a yearly rental payment, farmers who participate in the program agree to remove environmentally sensitive land from agricultural production, instead planting species that will improve environmental health and quality. Contracts for land enrollment in CRP are 10 to 15 years in length. The long-term goal of the program is to reestablish valuable land cover to help improve water quality, prevent soil erosion, and reduce loss of wildlife habitat. The Emergency Conservation Program, HotLink, provides emergency cost share assistance to farmers and ranchers to help rehabilitate farmland and ranch land damaged by natural disasters and to carry out water conservation measures during periods of severe drought. FSA loan programs, both direct and guaranteed, are also available for conservation purposes. There is a video attached to it. Watch those videos.
Sound like that's a whole lot more help. Technical assistance, financing help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Help for help, followed up with help.
Would you don't
Go
like
wrong
help?
with help. I'm trying to tell you, you can't go wrong with help. And they are helpful, genuinely helpful. You ask questions, and they're really attentive and listening and give you answers. Next link, build your market and grow your business. Are we ready?
You know it.
That's my hashtag too. I'm ready.
Stay ready, so I don't gotta get ready.
For sure.
That's it right there, for real. USDA has tools to help producers grow their business and build new markets for their products both at home and abroad. I don't think y'all heard me. USDA has tools to help producers grow their businesses and build new markets for their products both at home and abroad.
Oh, true that. You can use USDA on the islands and all U.S. territories. You know, like islands. Yeah.
Don't they got like a disaster assistance too and all that? You can transfer that to the territories?
Yes, you can. All U.S. territories, these programs work. Correct.
Can I transfer it? Right. Yes, you can. Can I?
That's what I was thinking too.
These programs can support producers as they begin producing value-added products like pickles or jams, export their products overseas, or connect with their neighbors at a local farmers market or school.
Ding,
jam.
Ding, ding.
Oh, jam. Jams. Habanero jam
for me now.
Something, see, you talk about something wrong with me. Something wrong with you. Because you always on the same page as me. I don't get it.
Not even think about it. She's not even doing the background.
Exactly. She in the foreground.
Joint lead duet.
Lead singer.
It sounds better. Your head bad.
It's you. Hanging in the background. Nope, that's you in the front.
Jamming in the background.
You cannon in the background. Cannon in the background.
Oh, pickles. Oh, pickle. Okay. Value added producer grants. The Value Added Producer Grant Program, HotLink, can help farmers and ranchers develop new products, create and expand marketing opportunities, and increase producer income through the creation of value added products.
So hold up. If I'm already have a farm at my house, which qualifies as a small farm, and I wanted to add it like some new products from what I'm growing or expand what I'm growing, I can use this program?
Yes, you can. Can you use it? Yes, you can.
Uh-oh. Even if I had raised bed gardens, I would still qualify in the urban area?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Now, you know you're going to have to ask that question one more time.
In an urban area, if I was farming and, raised beds or pots or a little grow house that I had inside, I could still use this grant program to expand?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
I don't know why you come around here messing with these people.
And they better let it go.
Looks like the fruits will grow. It's
Get
y'all.
your hands
I'm
off my
telling you.
tomatoes. Get your hands off my tomatoes, man. Not
Get
yours,
your
man.
hands off my tomatoes, boy. Oh, it's y'all. Y'all bring it out of me.
Determinate, not indeterminate.
Okay, I gotta read. Seasonal High Tunnels. Seasonal High Tunnels, HotLink, provides revenue opportunities for small and mid-sized farmers while also promoting conservation. They can extend the growing season, allowing more time for local marketing of produce and increasing sustainability while lowering energy and transportation imports. Seasonal High Tunnels, just a reiteration, is hoop houses.
What you mean? Them things that let you grow year round?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to copy P. Parker and build mine.
Man, for real. Shout out to P. Parker.
Shout out to
playing
P.
catch
Parker.
up. I'm playing catch up.
I guess if you catch up, I mustard.
I'm trying to tell you.
Well, what if you ain't got your tomato seeds planted yet? I can't catch up. I'm stuck.
Local and regional food systems. USDA provides many resources for new farmers who are interested in producing and marketing local food, organized under the Local and Regional Food Working Group, including.
Remember, new farmers is anyone with 10 years of or less experience. You.
That's 10 years or less experience. Bones, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Like, check 1 2 1 2.
That's the same.
Still breaking up.
Switching over there.
Switch it up.
Switch it up. Switch it up. Yeah, and remember, new farmers get priority. Just saying. First bullet point. A list of USDA grants and loans, HotLink, to help farmers and food businesses selling locally. Second bullet point, tools and resources, HotLink, related to local and regional food systems from USDA and our federal partners. Third bullet point, the Local Food Compass Map, HotLink, a guide and map to help you navigate USDA resources for local food systems. Search the map by keyword to find exciting projects supported by USDA around the country that are related to your topic of interest, or find farmer markets food hubs, and meat processing facilities near you. Accessing and growing farmers markets and other local food opportunities. The USDA National Farmers Market Directory hot link helps producers and consumers find farmers market managers enter data about a market's location, hours, accepted forms of payment, and more. The USDA local food directories will help producers and consumers locate additional local food outlets, specifically on farm markets, community supported agriculture CSA programs, and food hubs. Managers and owners can now enter business information in the new directories. The Farmers Market Promotion Program Hotlink helps improve and expand domestic farmers markets, roadside stands, CSAs, agritourism activities, and other direct producer to consumer marketing opportunities, from startup mobile markets to helping new farmers and ranchers. These grants create new economic opportunities and encourage consumers to eat healthier. The Local Food Promotion Program supports the development and expansion of local and regional food business enterprises to increase domestic consumption of and access to locally and regionally produced agricultural products, and to develop new market opportunities for farm and ranch operations that serve local markets. Planning and implementation grants help support food hubs and other elements of a strong local food system. Farmers markets and direct marketing farmers are eligible to apply as retailers to redeem Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program (SNAP) benefits from recipients. Becoming authorized to accept SNAP is a win-win for both the farmer and the customer. SNAP recipients gain access to healthier and fresher foods, and farmers and markets increase both their customer base and their sales. Funding may be available for some markets and direct marketing farmers for the purchase of wireless equipment. To see if you qualify and or begin the application process, please visit http://www.marketlink.org. Hot link. First bullet point, Co-ops 101, an introduction to cooperatives. It is a PDF, hot link. How to start a cooperative, hot link, also a PDF. Vital Steps, a cooperative feasibility study guide, hot link, also a PDF. Running a Food Hub, Lessons Learned from the Field, Volume 1, hot link, PDF. Running a Food Hub, a business operations guide, Volume 2, hot link, PDF. Running a Food Hub, Accessing Financial Viability, Volume 3, hot link, PDF.
Hold up. So you mean, Gabrielle, if we wanted to start a cooperatives,
Yep.
we can use these guides, these step-by-step guides, and set up our own cooperatives and our own farmers markets and stands from the gardens that we have in our homes and our communities?
Where the PDF? House.
So basically, by us just doing basic farming in our communities and for ourselves, we can take that basic thing and transfer it into a revenue stream that supports the communities?
Absolutely.
Check. It's in the mail.
Yeah. And think about getting with neighbors, getting with people in your community to establish it. You got PDFs, 1, 2, and 3 volumes. How to start a cooperative. You know what? What did it say? Lessons learned from the field. That means, look, this is what we learned. We put it together. Now you know it. We did the hard work to make it easier for you.
Yeah, I don't want to go with the group that's just going to be like, nah, we want to start from the bottom. Now we're here. Don't give me no instructions. I want to go in blind.
Right.
Last time I did that, I still got screws missing.
Wait, we got an extra board and a screw. Where does go?
Don't worry about it. You don't need it. You wonder why you sitting in the chair and it's on the floor.
Wait.
Why do I always fall in the ditch when I walk over that bridge?
Do the handlebars go on the bike? Is this what happened?
You got a unicycle.
But to use them instructions and directions, if there's help, use it. Why make the mistakes that people made before you when there's no need to?
Right. This is their job. This is their job. Their job is to help us when we go to them and say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to implement. What do I need? What program do I need to be a part of? What application do I need to fill out? What questions am I not asking? They give you questions and answers. So if there's other things, this is their job. This is what they do. I just saying.
Again, there's templates, brothers and sisters, that we can use to do this for our own communities.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like we said before, convert it to different revenue streams to where it support the individual farmers and the communities where these farmers come from. This is nothing new. This is what our ancestors did. When you read about the so-called Black Wall Streets, your Rosewoods, your North Carolina business districts, these are the mechanisms that allowed them to be able to do it. By producing for themselves, then converting it into revenue streams amongst their communities. So by the time, again, a dollar leaves the community, everybody done profited probably like 13 times off of that $1. And it's very realistic when you have step-by-step business models that have been successful, step-by-step blueprints on farming and marketing and how to set it up. It's just us taking the time to dive in, research the fields that we are passionate about, and put it to use in our communities to change the conditions that we're in right now.
Absolutely.
Sorry for the rant.
Oh, no. That's a good rant. That's something that needs to be heard because, it was an idea that just popped in my head. If you just want to grow, let's say, blueberries in your front or backyard, or raspberries, blackberries, if you just want to grow fruit in your backyard or front yard, just on your property, you want to grow fruit and you want to do jams, like that's all you want to do, there's programs for it. We just read about it. For making just jam, you just want to focus on fruits and jams. You can do that from the comfort of your home.
Mm-hmm. Creativity.
Man, look. Not bad. Let me get back on.
No problemo. It keeps getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. Developing export capacity. Exporting can be a valuable tool for new and beginning farmers to build product markets, grow and expand businesses, and diversify revenue streams. USDA, working with and through our partners, can help new and beginning farmers develop export capacity and produce markets abroad. At the industry, commodity, and state level, USDA has formed over 70 partnerships with nonprofit U.S. agriculture trade associations, USDA cooperators, which represent most agricultural products. USDA also supports 4 state regional trade groups, SRTGs. These organizations were created to share the cost of overseas market development, export promotion, market research, consumer promotions, technical assistance, and trade servicing. The first stop for new farmers and ranchers is New to Exporting Start Here, hot link. This site links to the Foreign Agriculture Service. It partners and a variety of resources to get started. They help you get started. That's help. For those ready to enter the world of exporting, USDA has a place key partnership. USDA has in place key partnerships that will help beginning farmers and ranchers explore export opportunities through activities like trade missions, reverse buyer missions, trade leads, and trade shows highlighted on their websites. These venues are important opportunities to build overseas customer bases for products, exposure for farm and ranch businesses, and exporting networks.
Hold up.
Yep.
Y'all know my brain stay on creative mode. So you saying again, we can take our farms that we're doing right now, our urban or small rural farms, expand on that, work together to form a cooperative, expand on that, set up our own farmers markets, and eventually our own added values, and eventually our own chain of grocery stores. Then as a community, we can access this and export the goods that we grow in our communities to overseas markets with help.
Yep.
Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. No sellout.
Concerns and or corrections, please email us at attentionassembly@gmail.com.
I think one of your favorite programs of all time is coming up next.
You know what? I'm just listening.
Whenever Gabrielle's ready, when she get from all them windows at the same time.
That's not necessarily true.
Not necessarily.
National Organic Program. Shout out to Double Cousin. Shout out to Giovanni. Organic certification is a valuable resource for small producers and business as it can increase producer returns. All USDA programs serve organic producers, and there is a new one-stop shop for all USDA programs and information, hot link, related to organic agriculture.
Hold up, they got a whole one-stop shop just for organic?
Mm-hmm.
Not the USDA.
Mm-hmm. Organic certification verifies that a farm or handling facility complies with the organic regulations and allows producers to sell, label, and represent their products as organic. Specific information on organic regulations, enforcement, international trade, and other related topics are all found on the webpage for the National Organic Program. Hot link. Organic cost share assistance. Okay. Organic producers and handlers can be reimbursed for as much as 75% of the cost for their organic certification, up to a maximum of $750 annually per certification scope. Through the Agriculture Management Assistant Organic Certification Cost Share Program, $1.5 million is available to organic operations in 16 states. Through the National Organic Certification Cost Share Program, $11.5 million is available to all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories. U.S. territories. Just want to say North Carolina is one of them states.
I'm still stuck on them territories. So when you look at that map, all them islands and them U.S. territories, these things apply.
Yep. And the cost share program doesn't stop at your certifications. It also goes towards your purchase of equipment. Just saying. Just saying. Learned about that yesterday, having a very informative conversation. Tools for small and mid-sized livestock and poultry. USDA resources for producers and processors. If you are a small or mid-sized livestock or poultry producer or processor, or a retailer, community leader, or local government interested in new opportunities for smaller scale producers and businesses, USDA has resources available.
You mean like for our brothers and sisters who just got a couple of chickens and they're harvesting eggs, they can use this?
Yep.
Shouts out to Pamela Hall that's rising.
I know. Pamela Hall. Yep. She got them little chickens.
Peace, relative.
Grading, certification, and verification. The Agriculture Marketing Services Quality Grade Standards and its independent third-party grading, certification, auditing, inspection, and laboratory analysis services are voluntary tools producers can use to help promote and communicate quality and wholesomeness to consumers. These standards and services can help new farmers be more competitive in the evolving marketplace and access new market opportunities. For example, the USDA Process Verified program provides companies that supply agricultural products or services the ability to assure customers that they provide consistent quality products or services by allowing participants to use a USDA Process Verified marketing shield that authenticates the marketing claims. AMS grading services cover commodities from eggs to beef to fruits and vegetables. Many consumers are familiar with the USDA Prime and USDA Choice beef grades and recognize the value represented by the grade shields. Recently, AMS launched a grass-fed beef certification program specifically tailored to meet the needs of small and very small producers. AMS fruit and vegetable audits for good agriculture practices and good handling practices can help producers access commercial markets by verifying that fruits and vegetables are produced, packed, handled, and stored in the safest manner possible to minimize risk of microbial. Double cousin, help me.
Microbial,
thank you. Food safety hazards. AMS even administers export certification and verification programs, which help producers meet foreign buyer requirements and access foreign markets for beef, dairy, eggs, pork, animal feed, and more.
You name it.
Beef, dairy, eggs, pork, animal feed, and okay.
What's wrong with that, Jesus?
Farm to school. Schools across the country are increasingly interested in buying lunchroom products from local or regional producers, and schools are often a good market for new farmers. Farm to school grants and technical assistance can help link farmers to schools. USDA can help you learn more about selling to local schools by providing audience and technical assistance, and as well as results from our farm to school census showing the products schools are buying now and those that they would like to buy in the future. So if you just wanted to make sure you provided fresh fruits and vegetables, or if you're dealing with animals, you wanted to provide that fresh, healthy, hearty goodness to the schools for the children, just in your local area, you could do that. Okay. Business and Industry Guaranteed Loan Program. The Business and Industry Guaranteed Loan Program offers low interest financing to producers interested in developing infrastructure such as processing facilities and food hubs. Federal Grant of Inspection. For new farmers interested in producing a meat, poultry, or egg product, a federal grant of inspection will enable you to sell your product in interstate commerce for resale. Rural Energy for America Program, REAP. The Rural Energy for America Program, REAP, provides grants and loans guarantees for agriculture producers and small businesses in rural areas to purchase, install, and construct energy efficiency measures or produce on farm renewable energy resources such as solar panels. Next hot link.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I had a call come in.
Okay. Education and assistance. Well, we're on the next link now. My bad. I clicked.
No problem. The screen is on it.
Oh, no. We're on the I clicked on the next link.
Yeah, education.
Education and assistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on screen.
Okay. All right. USDA offers a wealth of information and services for new farmers and ranchers. Such services include providing cut-edge agricultural research, collecting and sharing information on markets, providing technical assistance for common challenges or issues on the farm, and offering programs to help support new farmers and ranchers in local communities. As a new farmer or rancher, you can use these resources to plan your business, address risks, assess opportunities for growth and expansion, and connect with your community. If you are an organization looking to support a new generation of farming and ranching, you can find tools to support your work and opportunities to partner with the USDA. For farmers and ranchers, USDA Research, Education, and Economics. USDA is dedicated to the creation of a safe, sustainable, competitive U.S. food and fiber system and strong, healthy communities, families, and youth. It achieves this through integrated research, analysis, and education, offering cutting-edge research, economic insight, as well as timely and accurate statistics to the agriculture and consumer community. For more information, please visit USDA's Research, Education, and Economics, REE, website. AG Census. Since 1840, the U.S. government has collected important census data on agriculture. Many growers find this data to be a very helpful resource for understanding what other producers in their state or region are growing, what sorts of conservation practices they are using, and other information about agriculture in their region. Cooperative Extension's USDA and agriculture colleges around the country work together to support an extensive network of state, regional, and county cooperative extension offices that can help answer questions about your operation and address common issues faced by agricultural producers. These offices translate the knowledge gained from research into education that help provide solutions to challenges people face in agriculture and conduct workshops and educational events for the agriculture community. You can also crowdsource research, proven, and science based knowledge via extension and extension systems, National Online Interactive Learning Environment. It's a hot link. Federally recognized tribal extension programs. USDA supports extension agents on American Indian reservations to assist in developing profitable farming and ranching techniques. SCORE. SCORE provides free business mentoring and coaching to small business owners. You can work one-on-one with a volunteer mentor to explore aspects of running a farm or ranch, including developing your business plan, preparing to navigate legal and financial preparation, and getting started, identifying new markets, and developing growth strategies. Small Business Administration, SBA, makes available a wealth of information about starting, managing, and transitioning a business. Explore information and guidance that will help you manage and grow your business effectively. Sustainable Agricultural Research and Education, SAR. SAR's grants and education programs promote profitability, stewardship of the land, air and water, and quality of life for farmers, ranchers, and their communities. SAR is one of the only federal research programs that fund on-farm research and that farmers can directly apply for. FarmAnswers.org. The Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program has made available a clearinghouse of information for new and beginning farmers. FarmAnswers.org. Extension Risk Management Education. The National Institute of Food and Agriculture provides funding for our regional centers, known collectively as Extension Risk Management Education, for the purpose of educating America's farmers and ranchers to manage the unique risk of producing food for the world's table. Market News. The Agricultural Marketing Service, Market News, provides real-time price, volume, supply, and demand information for use in marketing production and marketing decisions. The latest commodity and weather projections. You can find USDA's updated commodity production and price projections for the current marketing year on USDA's World Agriculture Outlook Board website. In addition, the Office of the Chief Economics publishes weekly updates on U.S. and global crop weather conditions, including the current drought monitor. Learning Guide Series. USDA has created a learning guide series for small and mid-sized producers to help navigate specific sets of USDA's Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food tool resources. ATTRA. ATTRA. USDA funds ATTRA, the National Sustainable Agricultural Information Service, which makes information and technical assistance available to farmers, ranchers, extension agents, educators, and others involved in sustainable agriculture in the United States. ATTRA offers a wide variety of resources for new farmers and ranchers. Hot link. New farmers and ranchers is such a hot link. I'm just saying. And they get priority. I'm just saying. They get moved to the front of the line. Food safety. Help getting GAP certified. USDA offers a user's guide to good agriculture practices, GAP, and good handling practices, audits, as well as information about the audit process, provided by the Agricultural Marketing Service. USDA and other leading food and agriculture organizations support a free online tool on Farm Food Safety Project to help U.S. producers of all sizes achieve GAP harmonized standards and certifications. By answering just a few questions, farmers who use the site can design a customized manual to meet GAP harmonized standards and certification requirements, including USDA GAP standards, and mitigate business risk. Food safety. Produce Safety Alliance. The Produce Safety Alliance is developing a nationwide curriculum to increase understanding of the principles of good agricultural practices and to facilitate the implementation of food safety regulations that will be part of the Food Safety Moderation Act, FSMA. Their website provides information related to training opportunities, educational materials, regulatory updates, and national produce safety collaborators. Outreach efforts focus on fresh produce growers, packers, and grower cooperatives, with special emphasis on small and very small farms and packing houses. Additional materials for specific processed products and sprouts may also be found here. Food Safety Preventive Controls Safety Alliance. The Food Safety Preventive Controls Alliance is a broad-based public-private alliance of key industry, academic, and government stakeholders. The alliance mission is to support safe food production by developing a broad range of materials, including a nationwide core curriculum, as well as training and outreach programs that assist companies producing human and animal food to comply with the preventative controls regulations that will be part of FSMA. Food Safety Sprout Safety Alliance. The Sprout Safety Alliance is a public-private alliance developing a core curriculum, training, and outreach programs for stakeholders in the sprout production community to enhance the industry's understanding and implementation of best practices for improving sprout safety, as well as additional requirements for sprout producers in the upcoming rule on standards for produce safety required by FSMA. USDA meat, poultry, and processed egg regulation. New and small meat, poultry, and processed egg production producers with compliance questions about inspection-related policies, programs, systems, and procedures can find resources through the Food and Safety and Inspection Services Small Plant Help Desk. For organizations supporting new farmers and ranchers, Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program. The Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program, administered by USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture, provides grants to organizations that train, educate, and provide outreach and technical assistance to new and beginning farmers on production, marketing, business management, legal strategies, and other topics critical to running a successful operation. It also funds the National Clearinghouse Library of Information for New Farmers and New Farmers Educators, farmanswers.org. Outreach assistance for social disadvantaged farmers and ranchers and veteran farmers and rancher grants. Outreach assistance for socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers and veteran farmers and ranchers grants, formerly known as Section 2501 grants, provide funds to tribe, educational institutions, and nonprofit organizations throughout the country to conduct training, outreach, and technical assistance to socially disadvantaged farmers, ranchers, forest landowners, and veteran farmers and ranchers. Agribility. The Agribility Program supports projects led by state cooperative extension services in coordination with private nonprofit disability organizations to enhance quality of life for farmers, ranchers, and other agriculture workers and disabilities. Intertribal Agriculture Council's Technical Assistance Network. Man, okay. The USDA works closely with the Intertribal Agriculture Council to promote the use of tribal resources in Indian country and facilitate the application process for USDA loans and grants. The Intertribal Agriculture Council also facilitates the export of products produced by tribes, tribal organizations, and tribal citizens. Socially disadvantaged groups grants. The Socially Disadvantaged Group Grant Program provides technical assistance through eligible cooperatives and cooperative development centers to small, socially disadvantaged agricultural producers in rural areas. Value-added producer grants. The Value-added producer grants program helps agricultural producers enter into value-added activities related to processing or marketing of value-added products. Grants are for feasibility studies and working capital. Risk management education for producers. The Risk Management Agency offers 2 opportunities each year to partner with organizations working with producers to provide crop insurance education and risk management training. Special emphasis is given to socially disadvantaged, limited resource, and minority farmers and ranchers. For more information on how organizations can partner with RMA, please visit Partnership and Cooperative Agreements. The technical assistance for food hubs. USDA provides resources to help food hubs improve their financial performance. Food hubs, which are a business or organization that manage the aggregation, distribution, and marketing of locally produced food, play a key role in creating opportunities for small and mid-sized producers while also satisfying growing consumer demand for local products. These resources, running a food hub, assessing financial viability, provides modules and best practices for food hubs to maximize profits and control costs. Part of multi-volume series published by USDA Rural Development. The report provides technical assistance for food hubs at different stages of development. Cooperative publications. Rural Business Cooperative Services has a library of cooperative publications that are useful for exploring cooperatives as a potential business module. For technical assistance for cooperative development, please visit our cooperative development centers.
A whole nother page full of nothing but help, and more help on everything that you would need to learn to run this successfully. None of this you have to do blindly.
Right. Yeah, none of this. You have help. Again, figuring out what you want to do, figuring out what you want to create, figuring out where you want to go with it. You have help every step of the way. And it's not like, okay, you get this help now and then you can't come back, ask questions no, you have help all the way through continuously.
What we got next? Taxes? Seems Gabrielle had to step away for a second.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I'll go ahead and do taxes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Next link is taxes. There are many resources to help a new and beginning farmer navigate and plan for tax responsibilities. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has a special publication for farmers and ranchers, Publication 225, hot link. For up-to-date information on potential tax credits that may be available to your business, you can also visit http://business.usa.gov/taxes and credits. FarmAnswers.org, a production of the University of Minnesota and funded by USDA's Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Grant Program, BFRDP, as the National BFRDP Clearinghouse makes available several key tax guides. So again, even on the tax part of it, they have help. Next link is the healthcare. It states, affordable healthcare is a top concern for businesses and new entrepreneurs. Healthcare.gov and Business USA make available tools to help you understand what you need to know about new insurance options and other healthcare changes to help you find healthcare related sources. You can also call 1-800-706-7893, TTY 1-800-706-7915, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, that's healthcare. And the next link we have up is food safety. Food safety. Building a good food safety plan is a top priority for a new beginning farming business. There are both national and state regulations which apply to farm and ranch businesses. For federal compliance, the following resources can be useful. For more information on your individual state requirements, please visit your state Department of Agriculture. FarmAnswers.org. FarmAnswers.org hot link, a production of the University of Minnesota and funded by USDA's Beginning Farmer and Ranch Development Grant Program, BFRDP, as the National BFRDP Clearinghouse, makes available several key food safety guides. Next, food safety, help with GAP certification. USDA offers a user's guide to a good agricultural practices, GAP, and good handling practices audits from the Agricultural Marketing Service, as well as information about the audit process. USDA's new Group GAP certification program makes food safety certification accessible and affordable for farmers of all sizes, from smallest to the largest. Next, USDA and leaders from food and agricultural organizations also support a free online tool, On-Farm Food Safety Project, Hotlink, to help U.S. producers of all sizes achieve GAP harmonized standards and certification. This site helps farmers design a customized manual to meet GAP harmonized standards and certification. Requirements including USDA GAP standards, mitigated business risk by answering just a few questions. Next, we have food safety, Produce Safety Alliance. The Produce Safety Alliance hot link is developing a nationwide curriculum to increase understanding of the principles of good agricultural practices and to facilitate implementation of food safety regulations that will be part of Food Safety Modernization Act, the FSMA. Their website includes information about training, opportunities, educational materials, regulatory updates, and national produce safety collaborators. Outreach efforts focus on fresh produce growers, packers, and grower cooperatives, with special emphasis on small and very small farms and packing houses. Additional material for Pacific processed products and sprouts may also be found here. Next, Food Safety Preventative Control Safety Alliance. The Food Safety Preventative Control Alliance hot link is a board-based public-private alliance consisting of key industry, academic, and government stakeholders. Their mission is to support safe food production by developing a broad range of materials, including a nationwide core curriculum, as well as training and outreach programs to assist human and animal food production companies in complying with the preventative control regulations that will be part of the FSMA. Next, Food Safety, Sprout Safety Alliance. The Sprout Safety Alliance is a public-private alliance developing a core curriculum, training and outreach programs for stakeholders in the sprout production community. The goal is to enhance the industry's understanding and implementation of best practices for improving sprout safety and additional requirements for sprout producers and the upcoming rule of standards for produce safety required by FSMA. Next, complying with USDA meat, poultry, and processed egg regulations. New and small producers of meat, poultry, or processed egg products who have questions about inspection, related policies, programs, systems, and procedures can find resources through the Food Safety and Inspection Services, Small Plant Help Desk. Next link we have is environment. Under environment, it says the Environmental Protection Agency. Hey, the EPA. Didn't we have somebody have a conversation with them yesterday?
EPA.
The Environmental Protection Agency has several major federal statutes that can apply to farm businesses. Please visit them for more information. They also got their own grant program. For more information on your individual state requirements, please visit your State Department of Agriculture. Again, we have farmanswers.org. Farmanswers.org, a production of the University of Minnesota, funded by USDA's Beginning Farmer and Ranch Development Grant Program, BFRDP, as the National BFRDP Clearinghouse makes available several environmental guides. Next, we have Labor and Farm Safety. And this is the last link for today, and we'll continue steps 4 and 5 tomorrow.
I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait.
It says Labor and Farm Safety. This brief summary is intended to acquaint you with the major federal labor laws and not to offer a detailed exposition. For authorized information and references to fuller descriptions of these laws, you should consult the statutes and regulations themselves. There may also be relevant state-based laws. For more information, please visit your State Department of Agriculture. The Department of Labor, DOL, has several major federal statutes that can apply to farm businesses, including labor. DOL's Wage and Hour Division administers 3 laws that determine the wages of workers engaged in agricultural employment. The Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, require payment of no less than the federal minimum wage for each hour worked in time and 1/2 the employee's regular rate of pay for hours worked in excess of 40 hours in a work week. The federal minimum wage for covered non-exempt employee is $5.85 per hour, effectively July 24, 2007. $6.55 per hour, effectively July 24, 2008, and $7.25 per hour, effectively July 24, 2009. Certainly, small farms are exempt from the minimum wage and overtime requirements of the FLSA. Workers engaged in agricultural employment as defined by the FLSA are exempt from the overtime requirements. Most migrant and seasonal workers engaged in agriculture are protected by the Migrant and Seasonal Agricultural Worker Program Act, MSPA. This law requires, among other things, that workers receive the rate that was disclosed upon recruitment or hire. This is sometimes called the promised wage. The disclosed wage cannot be less than the higher of the The disclosed wage cannot be less than the higher of the applicable state minimum wage, the acceptable state minimum wage, or the federal minimum wage established in the FLSA. The law also restricts the deductions that may legally The law also restricts the deductions that may be legally made from workers' wages. The H-2A provisions of the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA, authorize the lawful entry into the United States of temporary non-immigrant workers, H-2A workers, to perform agricultural labor or agricultural services of a temporary or seasonal nature. Foreign workers and U.S. workers performing the same work at the same location for the same employer as foreign workers must be paid the highest of A, the adverse effect wage, AEWR, B, the prevailing rate for a given crop area, or C, the federal or state minimum wage. The law also contains requirements regarding employer-provided meals and transportation of workers and restricted deductions that may be legally made from workers' wages. Next, additional helpful resources. Cultivating Compliance, an agricultural guide to federal labor law. It's in English and Spanish, and it's a downloadable PDF. Next, it's a video.
Come on, man. That means you can have it on your phone.
Yes, you can. Next, they have a video, Cultivating Compliance, an agricultural guide to federal labor law, workers' rights card, farm workers, and the Spanish version in PDF. And this is a video. Next, Cultivating Compliance, your next steps as a registered farm labor contractor, FLC, in English and Spanish, downloadable PDF. Next, again, farmanswers.org. Farmanswers.org, a production of the University of Minnesota and funded by the USDA's Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Grant Program, BFRDP, as the National BFRDP Clearinghouse makes available several key labor guides. Next, safety. The Occupational Safety and Health, OSHA Act, is administered by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA. Safety and health conditions in most private industries are regulated by OSHA or OSHA-approved state programs, which also cover public sector employers, which is funny. I'm going to read this again. Pull out the hints if you can. Safety and health conditions in most private industries are regulated by OSHA or OSHA-approved state programs. You know, your own farm, that's private, which also can cover public sector employers. Employers covered by OSH Act must comply with the regulations and the safety and health standards promulgated by OSHA. Employees also have a general duty under the OSHA Act to provide their employees with work and a workplace free from recognized serious hazards. OSHA enforces the Act through workplace inspections and investigations. Compliance assistance and other cooperative programs are also available. OSHA offers a youth and agricultural e-tool that describes common agricultural hazards and offers potential safety solutions that both employers and young workers can utilize to prevent accidents and avoid injury on the job. It includes information from OSHA regarding the following topics: tractors, other machinery, struck by, falls, electrocution, confined spaces, chemicals, worker, picker, and organic dust. Any thoughts from the panels on what we went through so far?
Help, and more help. Help me, please. Help me, please.
If an SOS ever existed, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
the loans.
My bad. I had a phone call in the middle of that. Shout out to the chat. Questions, comments, concerns, and/or corrections, please hit us up at talktoassembly@gmail.com.
Again, more links on help, programs, access to technical assistance, access to financial assistance, the ability to expand, access to marketing and production, and the sales of, importing and exporting. Seems to me, basically, if we're serious about this, we have a full walkthrough, and there ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, man, you need help beginning, you need help in the middle, and there's no end.
And from reading the qualifications, I think everyone within the sound of our voice the last couple of risings would qualify as a beginning farmer.
Yep.
So we know practically alone off of that, every last one of us qualify as a beginning farmer. Then we have our sisters that can qualify with the women's and minority side. So that's 2 benefits already. And I don't even have the notes in front of me. Again, how creative can you be to access these programs to bring about change? Not just for yourself, but for your community and other like-minded communities. I mean, is there any more thoughts from the panel that's rising on the subject before we go ahead and get out of here and let the relatives get their day on the way? Going once, going twice, salad time. What you got for him, Gabrielle?
My bad. I'm back.
No problem.
What I miss?
Yeah, I hear some seeds growing, y'all.
I know my seeds. I know my seeds.
Yes, Copper Color Ancestor. They're supposed to be updating the minority woman rules sometime this month. And that's something is for those who are interested to stay on top of, because they might even make it a lot more easier. Mm-hmm. But that's why it's key as well to document what you're doing. So now when you put your proposals in to these loans, for example, everyone who's already gardening for themselves at their home, that's sweat equity. Now imagine from the farms that you're growing, you're feeding 4 families from your farm. Now you can put them numbers on that proposal and let them know, well, with this small garden, I'm able to provide for 4 families in this community. And with the access to more funding, I can expand this program to include a total of 20 families. Sorry about that. But as I was saying, you add that to your proposal, because that sweat equity shows them what you've been doing already. And so now it allows them to see, okay, with X amount of capital put into this service can affect such and such amount of people. That's how you're going to get the funding.
Can you hear me?
Mic check. I'm back. I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you.
Sorry about that again. Had an important call. Had to take it.
That's funny. I thought it was just me. I'm sorry, Gabrielle. We left you high and dry. Salutations. What happened?
Salivations.
Mm-hmm.
They first said, y'all there?
Yeah. Salutate them,
My
Gabrielle.
bad.
How we both get a phone call at the same time? My bad, y'all.
So did I. That's like, oh, wait.
Wait, all three. Hold on. Salutate
Yeah.
them.
All at
We
the
gotta
same
go.
time.
We gotta go.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Salivations. Continue on your genealogical journey. Know who you are so that no one can tell you who you are. Pass that information along to your children, to your family, to your friends, so they can know who they are, so that no one can tell them who they are. Genealogy is important and genealogy is key. Anyone telling you not to do genealogy, and genealogy isn't important, who's they mama and daddy? Who's they grandmas and granddaddies? I'm just saying.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
You learn a lot from genealogy. You learn a lot about your ancestors, who you come from, where you come from, why you do some of the things that you do. Some things that you may find in genealogy is something that, they about their personal lives, what they did. And you may have a knack for something and not know why. And doing your genealogy helps to, answer that question. Where your ancestors come from, areas that they come from, things that genealogy is important and genealogy is key. Know who you are so that no one can tell you who you are. Anyone telling you not to do genealogy and genealogy isn't important, it leaves you open to someone telling you who you are. And it may not have anything to do with you. Just saying. So continue doing your genealogy. Census Day was April 1st. However, you can still do the census. You still have the opportunity to do the census, not just because it is required by law, but because doing the census helps you to count. So make yourself count so that you can count. The census affects our neighborhoods, our communities, our cities, our counties, our states. The programs that we read about in the links, these programs and the funding for them are based off of the census. You've got the decennial 10-year census, and you've got the ACS census. The decennial 10-year census, it deals with basically your family. Has a few questions on it. Takes all of maybe 5-10 minutes of your time. Few questions. The ACS census is sent out to selected addresses, not selected people. The ACS census has way more questions on it. This affects businesses that get developed in your area or not developed in your area. This affects schools getting established, the expansion of schools. This affects everything. Neighborhoods that get expanded or not expanded, neighborhoods that get paid attention to or not paid attention to. Again, doing the census helps. And with all the information that we pull this information, whether it's dealing with genealogy, whether it's dealing with establishing a business, the need that needs to be addressed, the business that you establish based off the need is all directly connected to the census. There are several different types of censuses out there. So make yourself count so that you can count. Again, the census affects politicians, representation, voting. The census, it affects so many different aspects of our lives. So participating is one way of getting our voice out there. ACS census, again, is sent to selected addresses. So that means that if your address is selected for the ACS census, you are a representative for your neighbor, for your community. Do the census. Participate. Get actively involved in your community. Go on your city's website or Facebook page. Sign up to get the notifications. Go on your county and your state's website. Sign up to get the notifications. Know what's going on in your community, what changes are happening or what changes aren't happening, what you can get actively involved in, what you can establish. Get actively involved in your community and pass that information along to others so that others can get actively involved in their community. Because at the end of the day, whatever we're complaining about that's going on or not going on in our areas, we have the opportunity to get actively involved and make a change. You know what? Shout out to David Corey. So yeah, peace to the panel, peace to the chat, peace to the silent majority. Shout out to Double Cousin for these wise words. Appreciate you.
Put that even on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm hot off Mountain Dew. Our bodies are gardens. Our wills are our gardeners. Gardening is the work of a lifetime. You never finish. Gardening is the slowest of the performing arts. And gardens are not made by singing. They're made by doing. And lastly, leave a legacy, but garden like you'll live forever. Peace to the panel, peace to the chat, peace to the silent majority.
Alrighty. What you got for on this Rising No Sellout?
Nothing. Assembly@gmail.com. Please hit us up if y'all need any help with anything. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, and/or corrections, we have a number that you can call, a Zoom link that you can click. A few ways for you to hit us up. So don't say we didn't try to also offer help. Grand Rising, everybody. Peace to the chat. Peace to the panel. Peace, y'all.
Alrighty. Thanks again, Gabrielle and No Sellout. Also, the active chat and the silent majority, because it takes all parties coming together for this to be possible, and especially at the consistent rate that it has been. And today, we went over the other parts of starting up a farm of your own to show that if we choose to, we can rebuild. We just have to have the desire and the will. And I say will because we have to be willing to get up and move to make change. The whole process of changing is attached to movement. If it never moves, how can it change? We have an opportunity here in our lifetime to take this information and spark that change, to show the next generation the value of producing for yourself. Even again, the situations that the world is going through with the lockdown and everything. But if you're producing your own, how badly are you truly affected? We must become people again where we're not dependent on outside entities and the powers to be that provide our needs, our basic needs. This is something as a community that we can do together. This is something that we have to embrace the responsibility of. That true indeed, before the information, we didn't know what we didn't know. But that was yesterday, and today we do. So the question remains, what is your choice? Complain, let things remain the same, put your future generations in the same situation, or take this opportunity and stand up as American Indians and move forward. Forget about the noise. Forget about the ones who disagree. Forget about the ones that want to ridicule and laugh. We move forward. Because if we take time out and we stop doing what we have to do, then in the end, we all have failed. Remember, when we say Indios, we say that proudly and remember why. We can't brag to be the people of God, and not in a religious tent, on the responsibility. We can't claim that and don't be willing to handle our own responsibilities to ourselves, to our brothers, to our sisters, to our mothers, to our fathers, to our grandparents, our neighbors, even the future generations that we will never know. So my brothers and sisters, let's continue to spread this information. Continue to seek out like-minded individuals in your community and others so we can accomplish our goals. So we can take back the responsibility of our communities. So we can live a lasting legacy of producing for ourselves. Continue your journey through genealogy so that you may know who you are, so no one can ever tell you who you are not. Until we link up to the next Rising Show, remember we love you, and peace.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, y'all.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting nothing in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The state house make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us. And that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a Ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first